Welcome back to How to Cake It. I'm Yolanda, and this week I'm gonna cake something for Valentine's Day. You don't need to be in love to bake. I'm here to tell you that. I'm going to use a cake from my book as inspiration, my chocolate hazelnut cake. Look at it. But what I wanna do is make a double heart cake. But I'm still gonna use all of the delicious elements that are in this cake. So to begin, I'm going to bake my hazelnut meringues. The first thing we need to do is add our egg whites and sugar to the bowl of our stand mixer. I've already double cleaned this bowl by washing it with soap and water, rinsing it, and then I spray inside vinegar and wipe it down. And that's to make sure there's no grease left in the bowl. Do I look like more of a teacher with my glasses on? Leave a comment below if you think I do. Don't I just seem like I know things, Eli? I'm here to teach you, and look at her. What does she know? Anyway, 2/3 of a cup of chopped hazelnuts. You can do this by hand. You can do it in a food processor, but you do definitely want some good chunks. Then I have 2/3 of a cup of ground hazelnuts, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 8 hazelnut wafers that I'm gonna chop and add to this mixture. Okay, so we've put in all this crunchy goodness. I'm going to turn on the mixer. Are you ready for this action? Okay, all the way up. You know what's good? I plugged in the mixer, but I didn't plug in the extension cord. One moment, please. We take a look at the meringue. We can see it's tripled in volume, it's nice and white and glossy, and this is exactly what we're looking for. So now I'm going to take it off the mixer and I'm gonna hold this mixture in by hand. And you really do wanna fold. You don't wanna stir and lose all of the volume that you just created. So I wanna split this in my heart-shaped pans. I just used a little bit of shortening only to stick the parchment down. I don't really want the meringue touching the shortening. And I covered the bottom by tracing the pan and then used strips to cover the side. And this curve is quite tight, so I just cut some slits into it. What did I get there? All right. I'm just gonna wing it the rest of it. Again, you wanna just press down lightly. These are gonna be a little thinner than they are in the cake in my book because I baked them in 8-inch rounds. This pan is a bit bigger. Okay, so now I'm gonna take these pans to the oven. They're gonna bake at 325 degrees for about, I'm gonna say 40 minutes. I like to set the timer for 30, then check. Here I go. I pre-baked my cakes in the same heart-shaped pans, and now it's time to level and layer them. All right. Now I'm gonna lay my cakes out and simple syrup them. Up, down, yeah. Ready? Up, down, like relationships, you know? The ebb and the flow, like my relationship with cake. Ebbs and flows. Okay, I'm gonna let that soak in. So as you can see, the meringues are baked. They are very light, so sometimes the fan in my oven, the wind in my oven, the fan in my oven blows the parchment paper, so you can see that happen here, but everything is okay, and now I'm gonna take them out of their pans. Careful, don't break. I don't know why I think whispering will stop them from breaking, but you know, there we go. These meringues are one of my favorite things, which is the main reason I chose to make this a chocolate hazelnut Valentine's Day cake. It's time to fill and stack these cakes. Hazelnut wafers. I found a different version. They have these circular ones. Buttercream. I just re-whipped this buttercream because it's really cold and I can see little chocolate bits. Can you see it in the camera? When I added these wafers in my round cake, I had to cut them to make them fit. which I'm going to have to do with this heart-shaped cake, but I think it's going to be more difficult. Yeah. How am I? Definitely going to need more. There we go. I'm going to spread on some Nutella. I'm gonna pipe a fence. I'm so sorry. I just made that decision that I should pipe a fence. And it's not about how perfectly you pipe it, it's just to make sure it's along the edge. And if it was really warm in your kitchen and the buttercream felt too soft, then what you could do is put the cake in the fridge and let the buttercream firm up a bit before you move on. Oh, look at that shot. Do you see that? Okay, so now it's time to add the very delicate meringue. Just float it on top. I don't know why I started to talk like I was British, I'm not. There we go. And what I'm going to do right now is pop this in the fridge so that the weight of the next cake doesn't push the Nutella out, and I'll start to work on the second cake. Now we're gonna try and layer in round cookies. The best part about cutting cookies for a cake is that I get to sample them. I'm still gonna fill in these little bits there, just the little nooks and crannies. I'm gonna pipe my fence first, but I really want the cookies to stay put when I spread the Nutella, because Nutella is really thick and might pull them. All right, so I'm back with the first cake. We're back together. Okay, and now cake on top. Okay, so I swapped back to the second cake, and remember I piped a fence, it's chilled. Now I'm going to fill that fence with Nutella. Oh, the heart looks like it's breaking. Please don't break. No broken hearts. I will spread buttercream on top. I softened my buttercream a bit so that I can get a smoother finish. Ooh, I love how smooth this looks. A round cake is the easiest to ice because it goes with the motion of the Lazy Susan. This, for the most part, is easy except when I get to the indent. And I'm revealing some cake, but it's okay. You all know I say I'd rather ice it a third time, especially because my buttercream is so soft right now. See the edge of the cake? It's not as perfect as I want it, but it's good for now. I will chill this cake and bring back the second one. Chill time. I want the hearts to be like interlocking, so I traced my heart-shaped pan and then I cut out a piece of one heart because the cake should fit together like that. Scoring the line first. I'm definitely cutting through wafers. That I can tell. Oh, this can be like a snack for us, Eli.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, it's like
I did it. I did it. This little bit needs to act like it wants to be a part of this cake, okay? Oh, no, this cut isn't very clean right here. So I've got to crumb coat this inner portion of exposed cake now. So I'm going to ice the second cake again with a thin layer of chocolate buttercream, and then I'm going to press these ground hazelnuts all along the side. It feels like sand, but softer. I think that's why it feels so nice. Now it's time to move the cakes onto this turntable. I'm putting them here because cake boards don't look nice, and I don't have a plate that's big enough for a double heart. So this way we can spin it. This is the less scary cake to move because if hazelnuts fall off, I can just replace them, whereas the other cake is smooth. Oh. I am happy. This is so scary. I don't even know how to tell you. Uh-oh, it won't like get right up. Look at them. They're like not interlocking. No, you can see like the bottom of it is touching this cake, so it won't go closer.
Okay,
so I guess I'd either have to cut that part away. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit closer. Hoping to cover the entire top of the smooth cake with Ferrero Rochers cut in half. Look at that. I mean, I obviously have to eat this on a heart-shaped plate. Happy Valentine's Day. Make this cake. Let me know if you make it. I'll see you next week. I have to go finish my date with this cake.